Other things might work, rather than growing meat in a petri dish, says Smil. I write this script in a period when I'm also listening to an audiobook called Skogslandet by Lisa Röstlund. It is a terrific investigation of the Swedish forestry and at the same time an annoying read or audio listening. This comes from the grave doomsday digressions from the subject in the form of a listless and hopeless attitude towards the future of the planet. Endless "we are causing" rants. The rants might hold some truth, yet I can't help but comparing it to the book I'm reading during that same period of time, How to Feed the World by Smil. How, I wonder, can I leave one book on global problems feeling despair and another book on global problems feeling informed and, well, keen to act? The latter comes from the most data-dense book you will probably find on food. Forestry and food is not the same, yet these sweeping comments tend to be broad like that, including the total harm humans are doing on everything. I do get sick of it, especially when reading that there is no shortage of entries in the "what will work" category in Smil's book. There are in this world things that will work, and this list on things that will work includes none of the hyped innovations that you can read about, like growing food, meat in a lab. No, feeding the world is, in a way, a simple problem with the mantra "more with less" leading the way forward. Okay, so beef is the problem. The problem with beef is, among many things, this. Beef emits about 100 kilos of carbon dioxide equivalents per kilogram edible meat. Beef far exceeds the second most carbon-intense protein, lamb and mutton. This problem goes with land use too. Look at this. Beef has the highest land use per 1,000 kilocalories of all foods, with almost 120 square meter per 1,000 kilocalories food, compared to rice 0.76 square meters. With freshwater withdrawals, it looks like this: colorful and fine, with cheese, another cow-derived food, at the top, nuts and farmed prawns at second and third, beef at fourth place. 2,714 liters per kilogram of food. Beef is a problem if we are to build a sustainable food system. The UN set zero hunger by 2030 as the Sustainable Development Goal number 2. We're far from it today, but it's achievable with the right actions. The actions don't have to be complicated, like growing meat in a petri dish. Smil nor I tell what anyone should eat. He nor I advocate for veganism or even vegetarianism. It is, in this context, out of context. What can be said, though, is that eating less of inefficient foods, carbon-intense foods like cow, and eating more plant-based food, using that land, emissions, and water to grow what that cow should have been eating, hadn't you made that informed and, in a way, hopeful choice, it could have been called a good idea. That was a complicated sentence for a future with food for everyone. To refrain from rants on everything humans are ruining, you risk being accused of not taking the problem seriously. This is not even a problem for me to solve, so why would I take it seriously? Because I care? Caring is, however, worth nothing if we keep on saying, "Look what we're ruining," instead of saying, "Look what can be done." Thank you for the beef that I'm eating, if I wanted to. See you next week. Bye.